After only nearly 3 weeks of life, my brand new flagship Dyson V11 Absolute Plus broke its floor head, and so for the last 3 weeks we've not been able to use it too much. We've been able to use it as a handheld for dusting, although it's a bit flawed at that. There's a video coming to explain why. We've been able to use it on our hard flooring with the fluffy head, but we had to get our old Beko cordless back out to use for general cleaning, because we have hard floor and carpets and there's no point in only cleaning half of them. But never fear, because eventually I got a box yesterday which will hopefully fix all of this and I can start getting my £599 worth of use back out of my stick vac. Let's have a look. Yes, hello my vacuum cleaner chums, how are you today? So I put my warranty claim in when the old head broke at the first week of April. And I mean, yep, not a problem, bit of a shame that, but don't worry, we shall send one out. So I thought, great. I then went on holiday, went to see my dad for a week and a half for Easter with Eva, and obviously Dyson decided to register the warranty to my office address, which is where this was shipped to. Little bit annoying, but obviously that's where everything gets posted to anyway, because obviously there is no one at home during the day, and it's funny that when people work, so, you know, they said don't want to change it, and I said no, leave it there, it's fine. If I ever don't work there anymore, I'll let you know. So off I trot on me holly bobs. I come back 2 weeks later, because we had that big bank holiday. No box. Sent them a message, oh, it hasn't arrived, that's a shame, but you need to wait 10 days before we can query the post, which is standard raw mail protocol. Okay, fine, this was Wednesday, so on the Friday, didn't arrive, messaged them again, and as you can see, they actually then decided to look into it, and it turns out that Dyson themselves hadn't placed the order. Great, thank you Dyson. So for my £599, this is basically sat out of the way. Right, so it gets posted out and eventually they stick it out first class on Friday, and it did arrive on Monday. I then filmed 12 vacuums in 12 months because that's more important in my eyes. And here we are, it's Tuesday, we have a Torque Drive Motorhead NK. Look, here is the parts number for this piece. If you look inside, we have the correct head. I have opened it. I opened it as soon as it arrived, just in case they sent me the head for the Dyson V6 or something. But no, it is there. They would also apparently greatly appreciate it if I would send the old one back. Well, unfortunately, Dyson, you haven't officially asked me. I would quite like to take it apart so we can all see how it works, and also so I can remove that broken part so it works again and keep it as a spare, or at least keep the brush roll as a spare, because obviously I still don't trust the carbon bristles. But as history has told us, they do wear greatly, so I would rather keep it as a spare, because I'd imagine that getting another one is going to be just as much of a pain. So here we go, a warranty claim already on a flagship cleaner. This isn't going to take very long really, because it's basically exactly the same as the one that I got out of the box. I forgot to bring the other one to see if the part numbers are the same, but I imagine they are. We're going to assume that they are. So yes, one shiny, brand new head. As you can see, the brush roll. I need to get my keys to undo that. The brush roll removes itself absolutely fine, unlike what happened to the old one. The rubber seal is intact, so hopefully that will stay intact. And it was this part that broke. And I actually thought it did rotate on the first one. It certainly does now, but it doesn't. It's this bit that rotates. This bit doesn't. So we shall see, really, what happens and hope it lasts. So we can take the fluffy head off, because I should have actually bought the other one, but I completely forgot. There's been a bad accident on the M40 this morning, so I shot out to get to work. Just as vibrating. If I turn the vacuum onto eco so it's a bit quieter. Bit of a noise on wind down. But it works. It works well. Gosh, I can actually use it now and do some cleaning. So what's going to follow now is something a little bit different, because I want to do a whole house demo like Mr. Hooverlux does for something else. And you've wanted to see it for this anyway, so I thought, well, it works now, it hasn't broken after doing it upstairs. So I have emptied it. We have 34 minutes left on the battery run time, which is great because I've only got an hour to film this bit, so hopefully I will not be late back for work. And we are going to vacuum my mother's downstairs, see if it lasts and if it can do it, and also to give me a little bit of practice in filming it. So I'm going to speed all this up, don't worry, I'm not going to make you sit down for half an hour and watch me vacuum. No, I'm not doing that. I shall speed it up and get all that, but I'll try and get, you know, a few little shots going, work out. I've just noticed actually in the sunlight that already there is a lot of scratching going on. That's not actually dirt, that is where the bristles are scraping around the top. Maybe they'll sort themselves out in time. So yes, we shall give it a go. The head is on plus, by the way, but I'm going to leave the machine on auto, which means it'll be on auto plus because we're on carpet, and we'll see how we go and see if this will last to do the whole bottom of this quite large house. That's right there. Right, that is all the carpeting done. That is full but not completely. We have 9 minutes left. Now I'm going to swap now to the fluffy head for the acres of linoleum that I now have to do. Just to be completely fair, what I am going to do though quickly is remove this and see if it has broken itself. Not yet, although there's a fine amount of dust everywhere it shouldn't be, but no, as of this precise second, that is still working well. So, a win for the new torque head. Right, we're going to get the fluffy, and I'll see you in the kitchen. There's a stone. I thought that was making a weird noise. Also a leaf. That's better. there we go. Now I could go all out and do the sofas and the edges and everything else, but A, I've only got this, so I can only use those tools. B, I've done the entire ground floor of this large 3-bedroom semi-detached house. How are we looking? Well, that is a lot of grit. In fact, you can see it there, look. So this is obviously taken after the animal upright cleaners in terms of how it picks up, because that is an astonishing amount of grit. Battery is very, very warm now. The filter, which I had washed, is paying the price a little bit though. There's a lot of grit that's got through the machine. In fact, oh wow. Can you see in there? You can't really, but in there is a very fine layer of dust on the bottom. So again, cordless, they haven't quite got the manpower to separate the dirt. It flies straight through, but that's fine, because obviously one day we should take this apart and clean it all out. So yes, very impressed actually. Very impressed. We have 13 minutes left. It went down to 7 when we were doing the carpet, but obviously as soon as I put the fluffy head on, it changed the speed, because the fluffy head doesn't change medium into auto. So it went back down to medium and actually started to go up. You can see we have a leaf stuck in the fluffy head. No idea how long that will take to work itself through, but I'm sure it will one day. As for the head, well, this is very dusty now, but not too bad. It's a lovely, lovely head. I never used one before. As for the light torque head, well, it has covered itself in fluff and grit from the carpet. You see, because it is so static that it is just, everything's picking up to it. So it probably could have picked up a little bit more. It's also quite warm. Feeling there, which is where the brush file motion is, that is warm. And it's obviously very filthy. Although I'd imagine actually some of that, it's when we took the brush file out, and if I just covered me in fluff. Yeah, whatever. So, this is my first whole house demo, well, downfall demo. So if you could please let me know how it was before I do the ones that I actually want to do, and then I can do those accordingly. From that, yes, you could. We have, well, we're saying 7 minutes now because the torque head's gone back on, but I imagine if I took that off, it goes to medium, 13. So torque head on 7 minutes, fluffy or tools 13. Obviously you could put it down to eco and it would still pick up. This is very, very good. You could use this to do your whole house, because upstairs isn't that big. I'm not going to because I can't be bothered. One day we might. But yeah, this is, you probably honestly could use this for your entire house in one session. And I was going fairly slowly. I was doing my usual, good clean. You can whip around, or you could go slower. I was at a medium pace. I mean, you would have no battery left at all afterwards if you did go upstairs with it now. But yes, you can use the Dyson V11 to do your entire house in one go, which is something I know a lot of people have been curious about, and from this brief experiment I think you can. So I have my V11 back. Huzzah! I have to finish off, I'm halfway through a video showing how clunky it is to use with the small tools. So I can now finish that off, which is nice, and get that out. Then obviously somebody did want to see a whole house demo. I'll do that in my house based on the feedback from this video. So I know obviously what to do. Obviously you saw me moving the tripod around. When I had to cut, I literally put this down whether it lent up nicely. Put the camera down, carried on recording. So there was no trickery here. I didn't sit there with the trigger down in between takes, trying to wear it down. There is 13 minutes on medium. It won't tell me what's left on the eco unless I pull the trigger. 25 minutes on eco and 2 minutes on boost. Well, I imagine if I went over it again on boost, I'd probably pick up a lot more because boost is very, very good, but there is no point at all. No point. So, there we go really. I didn't mean for this video to go on that long, but the V11 is back. Warranty claim already after 2 weeks. It doesn't look great. I shall be keeping a very close eye on the new high torque head to see if it happens again. I shall be taking the old one apart, although that'll be a Manchester Facts picture thread for the record, so obviously people can see it. Might do a quick video halfway through, but I'm not taking it apart on camera because the V10 one didn't go well because it was very boring, because it is when you take something apart for the first time. I'm not that sort of person who can make that sort of thing interesting. So we are back in the game. There'll be another whole house demo at my house. Again, anything else you want me to do with it, let me know. I have my tools video to finish, because yeah, this is as much for you as it is for me. Yes, it's my shiny toy, but you're paying for it with your views and the advertising revenue, the small crumbs of money that I get from my channel. But also a couple of versus videos coming up. Yes, they are very stupid, very funny. I'm filming a lot of them so that I can, you know, pepper, because it doesn't like it at all. I mean, I don't think it's what broke the high torque head last time. It shouldn't be, because it wasn't that silly. But yeah, huge volumes of dirt do not like it. So I'm going to do a fair few more of those and then stop and just use it normally. We'll get all this silliness out of the way. When there's a good few weeks worth of videos, we'll pop them up on some random day. And you can see them all to see how this competes with old vacuums. Can't do newer vacuums because this is the newest vacuum I actually own. And we shall go from there. So yes, like, comment, subscribe, thumbs down, hate me, I don't really care. And thank you very much for watching. And I and some other suction cleaning device will see you soon. Bye bye.